Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of City Skylines, and I have been doing some thinking. You've been doing some thinking, AJ? Did it hurt? It did! It hurt my little brain. I've been thinking about public transport. Our city, as far as car transportation goes, is doing pretty well. You know, it's pretty empty around here. I thought we were doing great, but then I looked over here, and I realised that we have this huge queue that goes all the way back. Oh my god, all the way back. Oh my! No! All the way back to nearly the main town. And I was like, well, what's going on? And it turns out that they're all going down this tunnel for some reason and out of this one. Like, this tunnel for some reason is becoming the main route into the city. Instead of using the big highway junction and the big wide roads, they're using this sort of off-road instead. It must just be shorter. Which is what's causing all of the buildings to abandon because nobody can get home in time. Which is what's causing all the deaths because the ambulances can't get to where they want to be. Which is what's causing all the fires because the firemen, for some reason, are queuing up in here instead of using this other lane and going into the city where there's no traffic. It's stupid. I know, dumb AI in the game. However, I am sorting it. As you can see, I'm starting to get my head or starting to think of a way of how to solve it. And that was by vehicle restrictions, and I've banned normal cars from coming down here, and I'm only allowing taxis, SOS vehicles, garbage disposals. Apparently hearses probably fall into SOS, and lorries, but I'm actually going to ban lorries. I'm going to leave that, and lorries, oops, and lorries, and on this one ban lorries as well, just to keep those out of there. Emergency vehicles, I don't mind using it, but no one else. And then I've done the same on this side. I don't think I need to do it on both sides. That just wouldn't make sense, but I'll do it anyway. So lorries are banned as well. Once that clears all of that traffic out of the way, we should be good. But anyway, so on to public transport. Buses and metros I have tried before. In fact, I've tried all of the public transports before, but the buses and the metros have never really worked brilliantly in my cities. I think because I haven't set them up. Maybe the city itself, or the like substation, or you know, the bus station locations, the bus stop locations themselves probably haven't been that efficient as far as what the game AI wants to be efficient. You know, in real life it might be different to how this AI works. For example, that tunnel for as a start. So I want to try and make that work in a little bit of a better way. And I think I want the train station, the public train station, to be opposite the Gherkin here. I think it's a really cool spot. We take away all this grass, we make it into some more car parking spaces. I know we've got car parking around here. We might as well make that into more car parking spaces. Fill the grass up with concrete. You know, that looks so beautiful. Get a nice modern train station to go in here. And move this skyscraper over to here somewhere. Maybe into that corner. I might even do that now, look. Move that right there, something like that. Boom. A little bit of a better location. Looks pretty cool. It's a really nice building. It's just so tall and a little bit gross. I might remove it entirely. But yeah, that leaves us hopefully an area big enough for a public train station to go. Not the cargo ones like these ones, just the normal ones. And then metro stations will put about, buses will put about. But having that kind of thing would be really cool because it's going to attract more tourists. Tourists is a part of the game that I haven't really explored at all because I've never had a city that has had the ability to draw tourists. I've never had skyscrapers that, you know, are tourist attractions. Casinos that has had nobody come to it. Cathedrals, you know, they're quite busy, you know, as far as what I understand, you know, 20 people isn't too bad in a city of my size. And the reason why we're not getting more, why those numbers aren't higher, is because we haven't got any way to bring tourists to our city unless they drive down the highway, which most tourists don't, especially, you know, not in this game at least. They come in via train or via airport, which is what I want to do today. So I thought, yeah, train station goes there, and then the airport goes across the road because we've already got two big nice roads with no traffic already coming over the highway. It's a really cool sort of look. And then we put the actual airport in here. I've already flattened the area out, perfectly flat. Look at this. Use my terraforming tools. I've left this little hill here because the what do you call it? Train track actually runs right under there. You can see the blue line of where the cargo rail goes, and I like that drop. I'll neaten it up, you know, by getting this There we go, a little bit better like that, something like that. You know what I mean. I can dress that up, make that look cool, but we do end up with this really nice flat spot in the middle. Now, I want this to be an international airport. I don't want it to be just getting your road, put your road down, go into here, grab your airport, and boom, I'm done. I've got an airport. No, I don't want to do that. Yes, it'll work, and it'll probably perform better than if I actually done it any other way, because that's just how this game works sometimes. I want to make it look like a really cool international airport with more than one runway. Only one runway is actually going to function as a runway. The other ones are going to be fake runways, but it should be cool. It should work. Now, I want the roads, I want these two bridges to join up. There's some, hold on. There's some things about airports that I want to try and incorporate into our one. Number one, they always have an overly complicated, stupid road layout out the front of them that nobody understands apart from the local taxi drivers, and everybody always gets lost or ends up going the wrong way. They have ground level roads, they have raised up level roads. I mean, look at Grand Theft Auto 5. I always get lost in the airport around there, trying to find my way onto the airfield and busting through the gates in order to go and steal a plane. And I want to try and incorporate that into our one, having like an upper road and a lower road. I want multi-story car parks, I want normal car parks, I want bus lanes and taxi depots, things like that. So what I think we want to do is get a nice, or the same road as what we're using for the bridge, and I want to join these up. Now I know that doesn't look square, but it actually is. This is all square, it's just the highway that goes through the middle isn't quite in line. But that's fine, as long as that's square, I'm fine with it. And then we want this to, oops, I wanted that to drop down. I want this to drop down. If I do that, it should be a nice slow curve, yeah. If I do that, and then do that. There we go, it's just a nice gentle curve then, instead of it going straight down like the game seems to want to do sometimes. And then I want this road to wrap around where the sort of ground goes back up. So we're going to wrap around here. Oh, I've got a little bit of an incline there. Hold on, we're not going to want that. I'm going to want to keep that a little bit away from there. Then that's better. Oh, it's such an ugly turn though. No, I can't have that. Just got to be a little bit gentle for the minute. Yeah, like that. We can't have that. That wrecks the car park plan and everything. Okay, there's a little bit of a hill there, but nothing I'm that worried about. Okay, there. And then I want it to come down the front of the river. Like so. And then I want it to arc back in on itself. So we'll have a road that goes like that. And a road that goes something like, I want to get it just right, something like that, and then joins back into here like that. So we've got this the main ring road, the simple road that everybody should follow but ends up getting lost on higher ones and lower ones and stuff like that. So we'll have car parks in the middle, multi-story car parks. We'll have little ramps going up to higher roads, all that jazz. And then we're going to want one with trees in it. That's going to come off here. And it's going to come about to here. Because this is where I want the real runway to be. I want the real runway to go down this side. So if we actually get the airport down in here. I do have a few airports to choose from. This is, I think, is the vanilla airport. Of what it just sort of looks like originally. Now we can place multiple buildings inside this to make it look like a bit more of a grand looking airport, so we could use that as a base, but I can't remember what else I've got in here. I know I've got some cargo stuff. That's sort of just an add-on. That's just an airport terminal. This is just a terminal with no runway. Don't worry about that. You might think, oh, that's stupid, but don't worry about that. That shouldn't be a problem. Okay, and that's about it for those, and then some hangars and some stuff like that. Actually, I have a lot for airport stuff. I'm going to be excited. This is going to take probably a few episodes to do. Now, I want it to be a little bit. I don't want it to be like right here, because when the planes take off, obviously they're going to hit the road. So I want it to be a little bit over, somewhere around here, and that should be high enough. Certainly, in the game wise, for the planes to get high. Yeah. Even in real life, they would get over some sort of fence that we would have at the end there. You should see how some planes land in some runways around the world. Yeah, some nice trees out the front. I think it looks cool. I'm going to pause time, otherwise it's going to complain about water for the rest of eternity. How's this road getting on down here? Queue's got worse. It's nothing to worry about. It's because all the cars are still wanting to go down there. Until they despawn, it's going to be like that. But it will get better. Alright, so now we've got this. Now what I can do is, I think the runway length that the game gives us is probably sort of to the correct scale of the game, but not to real life. It's not actually sort of a real life airport length. Real airports are a lot longer than what this runway is. For example, if I get a plane, if that was the plane, do you really think that there would be enough runway for that to take off on? I highly doubt it. And even if we got a smaller plane, I think it would need to start taking off around here, or maybe even longer. I don't really know. I've never been on a plane, so I don't really I haven't got my head wrapped around exactly how long it is. But if we wanted it longer, it's not a problem, because if I scroll all the way to the end here, I actually have the ability to snap on to this runway here and make it longer. Let's make it another 20 units longer, and boom, we have a runway. Now, it does make this have 4 spots on it, and this only has 1, so if I extended it by 20 on this side, we end up getting way too close. What if I do it by 5? 5 works. We stick with the 1 then. If I do the same on this side, and I extend it just by 5, we get 1.5, or like nearly 2. It's really strange. It must be where these taxiways join up. What's this little visual glitch here? Is that to do with something that I've done? Oh, it is. Oh, it does. Oh, I don't like that. Why does it do that? Why? It hasn't done it on the other end. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the runway. And I'm going to place the runway back down again and just like shift it over. Maybe it was just like a really unlucky spot that I placed it down on. Which caused that glitch, because we've got a perfectly flat road. I made a flat area. I made sure we had that. Let's do 3. See, we've done it again though. Alright, we're gonna have to sort of accept that. I think that's just the game. I don't think that's anything to do with me. 5 and 4. No, if I don't like how it. No, I know how to solve that. I'm a genius. All the way back to the front. I know how to solve it. We're going to put it over here. I'm going to get the runway. And I'm going to extend it as far as I like. So I'm going to go to like 8. I think that's still enough distance. See, I've got this little funny sort of stuff going on. If we put the taxiway slope too steep, you're having a laugh, aren't you? If I do that. Yeah. Then we've cancelled it back to 1 again. Ha ha ha. Game thought it could ruin me. I think not. So we can have something like that. See, that's pretty sick, right? And then, it's also... Oh, no. We've sort of got 2 little ramps going on there now. Doesn't matter. But then we've only got that 1 sort of barrier at the end, which is what I like. So if we extend this out by 20, like I said, about there, I think that's a more realistic runway length. And then we get this. We put this in about there. That reduces it back down to the 1 zebra crossing style. I don't know what they're called. I don't know what the real word for it is. And then that goes in there. That looks pretty neat. It looks like it was sort of made to be there, doesn't it? Yeah, awesome. So there's 1 runway, but I want 3. I think I want 3. I want 1 runway here. I want 1 runway that goes this way, and I want 1 that crosses over. So I might have 1 down here. If we just do a rough estimate, how long is this runway? It is roughly 88. Okay, so if I put 1 here and we go 8, if I here 88. Go forward a little bit. 88. And then I want one to cross over. I like the idea of having them cross a little bit. I know they should be like one facing east and one facing south for different wind variations and all that jazz. Oh, what? Actually, I think we'll do it like this. I'm going to have another one that runs parallel. They do have them run parallel sometimes. You know, I'm not going to worry about this hill here. If I need to, I shall relocate the railway to go like underneath the road or something like that, and then I don't get this lump here. But if we go from there up a little bit, 88 to there, and then we have one cross through like this, so 50 would be another 38. Yeah, we'll have one like that and then add 38 more. There we go. So now we get our 3 runways all in here. Yes, I know this one sort of goes into the rock here. We'll sort that out now, okay? I'm going to do this. I'm going to go down. Road, rails. No. Train. There we go. I'm going to pause. I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to relocate it underground to go curved road. Are we connected? Yeah, we are connected. To nice and gently go around. No. Why did that come above? Oh, it's because I clicked on the road. When you click on the road, it thinks that it wants you to snap to that. I don't want to go underneath the road. I'm going to go on the other side of the road. I'm going to wrap it around here. I can't go underneath the river there? Really? The river's too deep. Alright, if we'll go like that, I want to come back this way a little. Oop. Man, this has been a real awkward thing. What? I just want to get the runway in there. There we go. To there. And down like that. Go down even deeper to get underneath the river. Yeah, there we go. And then join up to that one again. Alright, runway's out the way. Train station's out the way. If we can now grab this soil and dump that off over there. This is my dumping off area. It's going to end up as a mountain at the end of the series. And grab some more. Where is it? Where am I looking? Over here. There we go. I was like nearly full before. So take all of this away. Much better. Smooth. Oh, still saw too much. I thought smoothing it would get rid of some. Oh, there's no fast way to do this either. I should really install a mod for it. Trouble is, I don't do terraforming all that often, so what's the point of increasing your load time of your game? I like how the road is sort of going to be on the edge of that. I think I want to use that. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so we've got our 3 runways now. What we can do is taxi this up. I'll hit play again. We need to taxi this up now. So we're going to go back to planes. Taxiways. And I think this is probably too close in real life for the runway and the taxi. In fact, I don't think the runway is even wide enough in real life. Like when I placed down that plane. For those planes it's alright, but for the big jet ones, it's a little bit, at least in my opinion, too thin of a runway. And definitely the taxiways are too close. But to keep everything matching, I'm actually going to put the taxiways for these runways at about that distance away as well, which is 6 units. So if you go here, we come out 6 units. I come down here. I'm just going to put that down to there, so then this can join up and be nice and parallel. I'm going to come out here 6 units. And come out here 6 units. And come out this side 6 units. And this one. And I don't need to go all the way around with taxiways. That would be ridiculous. But we can do like a little crossover. I think that would be cool. Might do the... Oh, I can't do the crossover where I want. I can do one here. Okay, that'll work. We'll just come off. I'll just join it up to there for the minute. Nice and... which one's straight? That one's straight. And then take that away to come out 6 units from there. Go along there. Take that one away. Join that up to there. So we sort of run down the side of here. 6 units. Beautiful. Alright. Now we'll come down here. Join this one up. Oh, I don't want it to join up like with a curve in it. So we shall do that. Extend it a little bit. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Am I going to have to like make my own custom little turn in it? I think so. About there. Turn. That works. That's a nice smooth curve. And down. Straight road. Down there. And down here. I might leave some joining up into spots like that because I think that looks pretty cool how it sort of crosses over. It's also pretty realistic in a way. You know, you do have taxiways cross over runways. If I'm doing something insanely wrong, let me know. I don't know runways a great deal. I've never been on a plane. I don't like flying, so I'm very sort of unsure about a few certain things. So if I have got something incredibly stupidly wrong, let me know. But I think we're doing okay. It looks pretty good. As long as it looks good, I'm quite happy. I think I want to have some sort of way to get back around here. I don't necessarily need to go all the way around the side here, but I think it would be smart to have something that sort of maybe even goes down at a diagonal. I wanted to really go bang with that. Yeah, exactly. Take those two. Do that again. I wanted to be in line with that. If I do 5 units, because 6 would be if I was even further in there. Even 4 units is about right. And then join it up like that. That way we get a little bit of shape to it, a little bit of a diagonal on there. I think that's pretty cool. I think we've got a decent start. I know you're complaining about water. You got no water, I know. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good start to our airport. Now, we've only got the 1 terminal at the moment. And what we're going to have to do is sort of add more terminals sort of around here to really thicken it up. But we also need to think about where hangars are going to go, where cargo port sort of things are going to go. So we're going to have to sort of have a road and a taxiway that sort of comes off there. But that is all I've got time for this episode. An airport is a big build, and it's going to take a few episodes to do. I'm going to build another episode. I'm going to do another episode on this airport next episode, and then we might sort of go and do something else for a little while and come back and sort of do this up more and more as time goes on. There's already cars out here too. But yeah, it's something that's sort of going to be a progressive thing that grows along with our city. If you guys enjoyed the episode, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. Bye!